Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my September wrap-up video. So if you want to see what I read during the month of September, just keep watching. The first one I ended up finishing during the month of September is The Summer Melt by Emily March. This one is an audiobook novella that I read as like an Audible original. And so this one is about like a small town summer romance. So Dana owns a ice cream shop in this small tourist town, and she has an employee who she works with. His brother Cal comes to town, and the brother ends up getting sick, and so Cal helps out while he's sick because it's only her and this one employee, and it gets really busy during the tourist season. So they end up meeting and kind of like hit it off, and so he kind of Cal recruits Dana on his reason as to why he's in the small town. He's like a sports agent, and he's helping one of his clients try and find like the most romantic spots in this town to propose to his girlfriend. And so Dana kind of helps him out since she really knows the town, and I thought it was really sweet. I liked their romance. It was definitely like the cute summer romance. And I will say I did end up giving it like a 3-star, and that's simply because like as I was thinking about it, like I barely remember it. It's just one of those ones that while you're reading it, it's really good, and like it's fun and it's sweet and it's romantic, but then once you're done, like I swear it leaves my brain. So I ended up giving it 3 stars. So check it out if you'd like, if you're just looking kind of for a sweet romance. The next one I read is The Royals Next Door by Karina Halley. I really love this one. I thought it was adorable. I ended up giving it, I think, a 4-star. So this one is about Piper, who's like an elementary school teacher on this small island when the royals end up moving next door to her. And of course, they come with an attractive yet no-nonsense bodyguard, and they kind of like butt heads in the beginning of the story, but then they slowly start to form this friendship, and I thought it was really sweet. I enjoyed Piper and Harrison's love story. I did enjoy like the royal aspect of it. I thought that was fun how that came into play. I also like the positive outlook on like maintaining mental health. It has a good bit of seaminess in it as well, and it is like a grumpy sunshine romance. So this was like an adorable like end of summer read. The next one I have is The Stopover by T.L. Swan, and this one is a Billionaires Romance. This one is where Emily gets upgraded on a flight. She's flying from London to New York. She ends up getting seated next to Jameson, who's attractive and like really flirting with her, and they kind of like, she's kind of flirting back with him and thinking like nothing can come from this, and then the flight ends up getting delayed and they spend the night together, and they kind of never see each other until about a year later when she starts work at a new job. She ends up meeting the CEO on that day, and lo and behold, it is him. So I did enjoy this one. I thought it was fun. Definitely some major theme in this one, but I did enjoy it. So there's also a side plot next to the romance. I did think that was pretty enjoyable, but I was mostly I guess invested in the romance. I did end up giving this a 4-star. The next one I have is Clean Sweep by Alona Andrews. This one I'm probably going to end up giving a 5-star. I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite reads of the month. This one is a novella, and it's the first one in the Innkeeper Chronicles by Alona Andrews. So this one is about Dina, and she runs an inn, or a bed and breakfast in a small Texas town. The thing is though that Dina's guests are like otherworldly. Something ends up happening within this small Texas town that she lives in, and it's kind of it starts affecting like her neighbor's pets, and then ultimately it tries like attacking her neighbors, and so she kind of has to like step in and help out, and she ends up like teaming up with a werewolf who's there, and then also in comes like a vampire, and so they all kind of three team up to like kind of defeat, or what is happening in this town, because it kind of affects all of them. And I thought it was really good. I definitely loved, if you've read it, the Costco scene. It was definitely interesting to have it set in a Costco at one point. I did like how like strong and capable that Dina was. It's definitely a fun like magical read with werewolves, vampires, and witches, and I'm definitely going to continue on with the series. Definitely a fun one to read during the October fall season. This one I have is All Systems, read by Martha Wells. This one is about a team of scientists on like they're kind of like exploring another planet, and they have also their murder bot, as they call themselves. This one was, I think, a lot of fun too. They kind of Murderbot and the scientists kind of team up because something goes awry, and kind of like starts attacking or like endangering the people, and so like Murderbot kind of has to help these people, and it's their story from there. I really enjoyed Murderbot's personality. They were very like snarky and sarcastic, and just like a fun character. So how this one ended, there's definitely room for Murderbot to go on some more adventures, so I wanted to continue on with the series on this one. I think I ended up giving it like a 4-star. It was definitely a lot of fun. Short read too. So the last one I have for the month of September is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I really enjoyed this one. This one was a YA mystery. So this one is about Audrey Rose, who's like apprenticing her uncle, who's like a forensic scientist during like the murderous reign of Jack the Ripper. And she kind of teams up with Thomas, who's like a student of her uncle's, trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper is and how to put a stop to these murders. And so it kind of goes from there. I really enjoyed the banter between Thomas and Audrey Rose. I thought it was a lot of fun. Obviously, they are trying to solve the mystery of who it is, and they want to put a stop to it. And it kind of goes from there, and you start to realize, well, maybe is Jack the Ripper closer than Audrey thinks. This was a good like YA edition of that. I did enjoy the culmination at the end of what happened and when they finally solved the case. This one is another, I think it's the first in a series, and so I'm thinking about continuing on with this one as well. So those are all the books I read during the month of September. Let me know what you read in the comments below. If you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts on them. Like and subscribe if you would like to, and I will just talk to you all later. Bye!